Sorry, I started fucking yawning as I turned the thing on. So D&D updates. I have a fucking ton of these fucking things to do. I have like four fucking of Psych Lords games I need to do. I have two of Landon's, and Dixie started one. So I'll start with Landon's game first because that has the least amount of stuff. So after we fought the dragons, we decided to look for the treasure that was supposedly in Skullport, and it was a silver fish head thing. So we go looking around, we go asking people and shit, and apparently it's like the Hope Diamond. Like a lot of rich people get it, and then bad things happen to them, and then they're like, we don't want this shit anymore. So we find where it is, and it's in the possession of a Kuros dealer. I think he was like a gnome. He was like a weird looking gnome dude. So we go there and we talk to him. He's like, yeah, you can have the silver fish head, but there's one problem. And he throws up a box on the table, and it's a weird box. It's got like a little strange mask on it, and there's no visible way to open up the box. So we're like, can we just smash it? He's like, yeah, you can if you want to end up like that guy. And there's like fucking pieces of a dude on top of the ceiling and shit. So we start looking at it, and we figured out that this box was made by the Grey Elves. Who the Grey Elves are, they're, man, I'm trying to think of a good way to describe them. I know. They make the elves of Rivendell in the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit movies look like fucking abject slobs in comparison. So we get go. So we figure this out. Like I'm just a regular plain old elf, so I don't know how to fucking do this shit. Cause like even gray elves are weird, even to other elves. So I'm like, fuck. So we go out and we try looking for a gray elf. They're very hard to find. Surprisingly so, because they're very like xenophobic. They don't like leaving their little island they have. So, but we find one, and she agrees to do this for us if we can get her back home. So we're like, fuck, because basically I did a little knowledge check, and if we tried to approach the island, we would have been killed. We would have been massacred. So we decided, okay, before we go, we should probably raise some funds. Because also, we haven't fucking did a raid. We haven't raided a ship or a town in a fucking forever. So we go, and we're starting off, and then like a really small, fast ship starts catching up with us, and they start like semaphore and flagging us, telling us to slow down and to stop and stuff. So we do, and it's the Grey Elves from earlier, the ones who we rescued and we let go, and who promised to give us 6,000 platinum, which is 60,000 fucking gold. So holy fucking shit. So they came back. So when they give us the gold, we also tell them about the Grey Elf trapped on the mainland. They give us some magic boots. Sorry. They give us magic boots to give to her and tell us that she'll know what to do with them. So we get back. We give her the boots. She opens up the box. There's the fish head. She taps her heels together and then she disappears. So we pick up the fish head and it's like nice looking. It's probably worth a lot of money, but like it didn't really do anything. But it turns out the fish head itself was a container. Because, like, the jaw opened up. So we open up the jaw, and there's a deck of cards. Gee, I wonder what this could be. So I give him the Bumbles, and I'm like, hey, Bumbles, that's a really good idea to fucking pull a card. So he pulls a card, and everything starts spinning. And spinning and spinning and spinning. And we fucking get transported. Well, we get transported into the air someplace else, and we land on top of a dead body who has a journal on her. And what we read in the journal is very discerning. Basically, we are inside the horror deck that we picked up. We're literally inside of it. So we decide to go to the nearest place, which is a giant carnival tent, which also happens to be one of the cards. And outside of it, a bunch of Tengus are beating the fucking shit out of fucking some dude. And that's also another one of the fucking cards. Fucking the crow. So we beat the fucking shit out of these Tengu. Saved a dude's life. He's very thankful, and he tells us a bit about the place. Of the movers and the shakers, what happens, and most importantly, the way out. See, basically there is a storyteller, and she was growing older, so she just wanted to live the rest of her life with her stories in a demi-plane. So she does this, and some of the stories get resentful that they're not real creatures. So they kill her and eat her. And then they take like she had like a scarf. I guess she had like a Doctor Who type scarf with a bunch of little trinkets and stuff on it. So what we found out is if we bring the scarf and the trinkets back together, we can get out of here. So we decide to go into the tent, and inside the tent there's 4 unicycling bears and a fucking stone giant fucking juggling baby elephants. So it's and it fucking attacks us. Like the crowd yells, like, attack them! And I'm like, really? Really? Like, why? We just walked in. How do you know we didn't want to watch the show? So, the bears start attacking us, and, well, I should say, they attack me. I mean, to be fair, they did attack everybody at least once, but man, I was their favorite fucking target. And that's why I fucking... Normally, I fucking beat things to death. I mean, not that. Normally, I don't beat things to death. Normally, I try to knock things out. Not this time. I was like, I am not doing subdual damage to these bears. So, like, one, I just crush its fucking skull. Another, I smash the fucking stupid unicycle from underneath it. I should have used the unicycle to beat it to death with. That would have been epic. And as I'm doing this, I'm just looking at the fucking crowd and being like, are you not entertained? Is this not what you want? So, Fratis, Silver, and CJ get down the Stone Giant. And then we hear like, and out pops a crocodile-headed Rakaska. So, he tells us some stuff, and he says he'll answer 5 questions, but one of them will be a lie. So before we do this, I'm like, can you excuse us for a second? So we go outside, and we start fiddling around with the deck a bit. Because I'm like, maybe there's like something special we can do with these cards inside this world. So we haven't figured that out yet. So after that, we go back in, we start answering our questions, and this is where it gets fucked. So CJ asks 2, and then Fratis comes up, and he's like, do you know what's gonna happen next? And he attacks the Rakaska. He attacks it. It still fucking stuns me. Like the thing that stuns me the most is like, why the third question? Why the third question? We had 5. Like, if you had fucking asked, like, hey, can I have the 5th question? I would have been like, yeah, I don't care. CJ, do you care? But, like, fucking 3. Why are you fucking on 3? So, I try to fucking stay out of it, but the Rakaska doesn't answer me, so I'm like, okay, he's gonna kill us all if we don't fucking step in. So I step in and I'm starting to beat him down. CJ steps in and starts like fucking flinging spells and shit at him. Silver fucking steps in to fucking beat him to death. And it's a pretty fucking good fight too. Like one point he turns invisible, but CJ's like, fuck that shit. Fucking glitter dust. And he gets blinded too, which is pretty cool. Although it didn't really, wouldn't affect Rakaska that much because Rakaskas have scent. So yeah, he wouldn't be able to see, but he could still be like, I can smell your pussy. Like fucking weird dude from fucking Silence of the Lambs. So we beat the Rakaska to death, and that's where the game ended. So we have just beaten to death a major NPC. Nothing can go wrong with that. Absolutely nothing.